Hi there, Tiger Town. It's Dave here again. I'm here to talk about the Tiger Cat game coming up tomorrow versus the Montreal Alouettes. They're playing in Montreal. It's a pretty big test here for Trey Ford, who is getting the start again, which is nice. Um, I think that he's going to have a better. I think he's going to have a better game. I mean, he had a good game last game, but he's going to be able to prepare more. I mean, last week there was obviously the issue with the smoke, right? And so he didn't get a chance to really get a lot of reps in practice and all of that. So I really think that this week you're going to see a better version of him. But also you're going to see better plays being called. They're going to have more. Milanovic and him are going to have more time to really set a good game plan out. And I don't know. We'll see. Let's just go through the phases of the game now, like I would normally do, and let's talk about what each has to do to win this game. Which this is a game they can win. They can win this game tomorrow. They have to believe it, of course, and they have to obviously have a solid game plan. So let's talk about the defense. So defense, they need to play a very balanced and sort of focused play in a very balanced and focused way. And by that I mean they need to keep Davis Alexander, who's very dangerous. They need to keep him uncomfortable, and by doing that, you have to take away his ability to scramble. I know it sounds. I mean, it sounds easy to do, or sounds. Just to say it, it sounds easy, but they got to get a spy on him. The middle linebacker has to be glued to him, and they need to keep him between the tackles. Don't blitz a lot, is what I'm saying. I mean, I want to see coverage sacks. They got to cover up all these receivers and take away the easy throws. Make him go to his last read, or make him dump it off to a running back and collapse on that ball. Hamilton's secondary actually, for once, has the ability to shut down this offense, but they have to do it in a very organized and methodical way. They have to be able to have solid coverage, and they have to keep Davis Alexander from scrambling, because once he starts playing schoolhouse kind of football, he's very dangerous, and you're going to get all kinds of silly penalties. The Tiger Cats will get an illegal contact when the receivers are scrambling around. You're going to get all kinds of stupid penalties that'll extend drives for Montreal. So the defense has to be patient, methodical, and don't over blitz, because who's the offensive coordinator for Montreal? It's Anthony Calvillo, and he will sniff out those blitzes. And whenever they show zero coverage, he will burn them, and he'll throw a screen in at the perfect time. You have to keep Davis Alexander uncomfortable and make him make bad reads. And maybe you will get a sack or two, but they're going to be covered sacks, not because you've blitzed an extra 4 people and overloaded a side of the line or something stupid like that, because it ain't going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen against this Montreal offense. If they can do that, and they can keep Montreal to scoring field goals instead of touchdowns, they can win. The only way that the defense will have the ability to do that, though, is if they're rested. So that's where the offense comes in. But first, let's talk about special teams. Special teams did not play well last week. Bad tackling, bad penalties. Just they didn't play well. Their tackling, like I say, it was terrible. They were missing first tackles. It looked a little bit at the end of that game like Tyler Tanowski got hurt. He was shaken up on a play. I don't know whether he's going to be in the game. I didn't hear anything though. Like I don't know whether he's out or whatever. But I'm very concerned about that, because he's one of the standouts on special teams. But we'll see what happens. But they need special teams. They need to make all their field goals. They need to make all of their extra points. They cannot kick the ball at about. How many times have you seen this year where a team, and last year, but a team will go and they'll score a great touchdown, an answer back touchdown, or a touchdown off a short field. And then what does special teams do? They come up and they kick the ball on the kickoff and they kick it out of bounds. And that's 15 free yards on probably a short kickoff anyway, because the kicker could have shanked it or something. So Hamilton has a good, knock on wood, that nobody gets injured. They have a good field goal kicker in Mark Leggio. And they have good players that can return the ball. Like what happened in that Calgary game? Did anybody watch that where they went to, whatever it was an interception is what it was. And then the DB went to go hand it off or like lateral it, and it got picked out. Like what the hell? Don't do stupid stuff like that. Is my point. But special teams has to tackle well. They have to punt the ball well, and they can't make stupid mistakes off of long field goals. Because again, in that Calgary game, what happened? McAllister, former Tiger Cat. So here you have Winnipeg out there. It was Winnipeg, right? Yeah. They go and Sergio Castillo goes to kick a really long field goal. He misses it. And then what do you got? You got the worst matchup in all of football. You got a bunch of fast returners with a hands team potentially out there and running the ball back against hogs and a punter or a place kicker and the holder. And then what happened in that Calgary game? They missed a field goal, and then Calgary ran it back, the missed field goal for a touchdown. So, those kind of things. It's situational stuff. You have to be if Mark Leggio goes out there to kick like a 50-yard field goal or something, you better not have all hogs out there. You better put some fast players out there to run that ball down because of the new rules, right? I mean, they're always going to try to run it out so that they don't get that point. Okay, so special teams, we know what they have to do. They got to clean a lot of stuff up, and they need to produce some short fields for Trey Ford. He does have the ability. I said before he didn't, but he does have the ability to put long drives together. But let's not make him do that. Okay. All right. Offense. Last game against Toronto, which was a gift. But oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Let me go back to defense for 1 second. I hope that they did some work on the hurry up, because Montreal likes to run a hurry up offense the same way Toronto does. And Hamilton's defense was very bad. They looked very bad they were tired, right? Against that hurry up. So Toronto really, really put the screws to that defense. And Montreal was looking at tape all week, and believe me, they're going to do the same thing. So I hope they've done some work on how to shore up the defense on those hurry ups. Okay, sorry. Getting back to the offense. Now, as far as Trey Ford goes, we know that he has the ability to scramble and he can run and pick up yards and all the rest of it. Montreal's defense is better than Toronto's. He won't be able to do that as much, and we certainly don't want to see him get hurt. So if I'm Milanovic, what I'm going to do in the game plan is I'm going to make designed plays where he rolls out. Like roll him out to the right, roll him out to the left, whatever. You can do a couple of designed quarterback draws, but, I want to have it more organized, because when you saw in the last game against Toronto in the fourth quarter, when he took off and ran, his legs were gone. Like on the one play, he just stumbled to the ground. He was so tired because he ran for so many yards. His legs were just gone. He's not going to bust those 40-yard, 40-yard runs in the fourth quarter if he's been doing it all game. So he's got the arm strength. Milanovic has to fight the urge to try to turn him into a pocket passer, because he's not. That's not what he is. He needs motion. He needs to have the line crash and move with him. They need to load up a side with receivers and throw a screen, stuff like that. I mean, I would love to see them run. I was thinking about, I would love to see them run like a jet sweep style play to run it from the right or left. It doesn't matter which side, but run it from the left and have trips lined up on the one side for your blockers. I would love to see that, like a shovel pass. That would be amazing if they could work something like that in, because it takes the pressure off of Trey Ford. And direct snaps. I mean, just let's get creative here. Like let's have a fullback. Let's get Litre in there and get a direct snap. Line up two running backs and direct snap it to Litre. No one's going to expect that. Stuff like that. They need to mix things up, and they have the legs and the ability to do it. And it has to be a different style offense compared to when Bo Levi Mitchell runs it. Bo Levi Mitchell is your standard sit back in the pocket and read those zones and recognize reads. And I'm not saying Trey Ford can't do that, but I'm just saying he's a different quarterback, so therefore the offense has to be run differently. And really, this is more of a test for Milanovic. How can Milanovic create a game plan that can bring out Trey Ford's strengths? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this is definitely a game they can win. The pitfall of all of the stuff that I'm saying is the it's very possible for them to completely overthink this game to oblivion and lose it because they overthink it. But I'm very interested to see what this new rebranded offense that didn't look bad. I'll be honest with you, they didn't look bad last game. Um, I want to see what they can do against Montreal. They need to use Montreal's defense's strengths. Sorry, that's probably an incorrect sentence there. But use their strengths against them. They like to blitz a lot, and just use that against them. Get Trey Ford in there to disrupt that. Anyways, those are my thoughts about the game. It's definitely a game they can win. I know people are writing them off, thinking, oh, they got their backup in, blah blah blah. But I don't know. Like I can see some potential here. Maybe I'm just being blindly optimistic. My cat just walked in front of my light. If you saw the, that's funny. If you, maybe I'm just being blindly optimistic because I'm a fan, but I really think this is a game they can win. So tune in tomorrow. This is the last game of the week. Hopefully you got to watch some of the other games. There were some good ones. Toronto won tonight, though, which is no good for us. But at least Chad Kelly got hurt. I can't stand that guy. Not that I'm celebrating that he got hurt, but my heart isn't sad that he got his bell rung. Anyways, tune in, watch the game. Maybe we'll talk about it after. It's Dave here. Have a great night.